Ultimate, they have been PT, ride or die through thick and thin and everything in between. All right. Okay.
Okay.
You know,
it's gonna be one of those sets.
Here we are. Welcome to the Falcon staple. Falcon kick out of the corner, immediate death.
All right, so this is DanThaMan, the DK, not DanThaMan, the Incineroar.
Yes.
So I would like to make that correction, but goodness gracious, DanThaMan immediately.
Yeah, an immediate spike, like using DK's surprisingly strong airspeed to get like single hit follow-ups and just having a really great understanding of overall positioning, especially with JoePwn throwing out these thunders and covering that same kind of aerial space, using the two platforms so well between the both of them with their surprisingly large hitboxes and into the up smash, into the...
Oh, man.
DanThaMan is out here taking Gatsby to town, taking him off stage and finishing the job.
This feels targeted, bro. I don't know. This feels targeted. Okay.
The monkey overcomes the man.
JoePwn trying to let this DK get back onto the stage, has not yet suffered triple digits worth of damage, and I mean approaching it slowly, but man, some of those razor leaves finding his teammate as much as it was target. But yeah, DK.
You know what's crazy about
getting back onto the stage for free? Seems like.
Like, it's the level of threat that they're able to apply in those scenarios. Instead of choosing to recover high with Spinning Kong and just like get over the stage no matter what, as the back air comes down and is able to close out a Noku and close out on Gatsby immediately after. The amount of threat,
just
the amount of fear that DanThaMan is instilling onto Gatsby and onto Noku by himself leaves them open to JoePwn coming in as a strong whip punish option, or just closing it out himself, apparently, because we get to see, hey, DK's got a lot of good buttons, and DK has a lot of strong finishers if they find the right setup. That's going to be a not dead Dan. Okay, as it is dead Dan.
Okay,
not
never
able to
mind.
get there.
Yeah.
What the?
What
is this game? This game turned into a slaughter just immediately, but also, I mean, the stock count isn't too far behind for Noku. I mean, as the big hits aside, it's still a one stock across the board, but then back throw into forward air. JoePwn
those angular attacks that we were discussing earlier.
it's big sweeping hitboxes. DK has large arms with ape-sized hands, and he's gonna use them. Holy, like. That is...
Yeah, so...
I mean, when you start a game like that, you feel good about yourself.
That was 5 seconds in, yeah. Yeah, that was... turns out pretty good.
You know, like, there's something to be said about rolling with the punches, but, like, that's ridiculous.
I mean, there's no rolling with that, bro. It's you die, and that's just how it's got to be.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, what do you do? If you're Noku and Gatsby, what adjustments do you make aside from don't get grabbed by the big green ape 3 seconds into the match?
I think round start for that specifically is extremely important. A larger stage definitely going to help. It puts more of an emphasis on JoePwn as a starter, or to have DanThaMan be in more appropriate positions and not like on small battlefield where things can you can be in one spot and cover 3 options. On town, you're being in one spot covers 2. Give or take. The larger stage is certainly going to help here. And Gatsby needs to learn to dash back sometimes. Like, it's hard to hold. It's great to hold forward all the time, but you need to try and find these feints and find these feints and find these techs, because if you don't...
yeah. That's the only way you survive. Because otherwise you just get harassed at the ledge. However, Gatsby decides enough is enough. I'm going to get a little bit of that back with the down air of his own.
It's explosive to the very end as, using the withdrawal in order to challenge DK in that situation was really smart from the part of Noku, who, if DanThaMan and Gatsby are just going to take turns bodying each other, Noku needs to play a strong stock tank, which he's doing right now very effectively. Only at 87 and the last one on 3 stocks.
104%. I mean, if nothing else, you just got to sort of wait it out, not play a super... I mean, I wouldn't say passive role necessarily, but if you're Ivysaur, you have the largest ranging hitbox on the field right now.
Not again.
You gotta. Oh, Gatsby. Gatsby. My God, like, you're getting soloed by the DK.
You're a Falcon, man. You gotta hit those.
And the thing is, especially as Falcon, your dash is super committal. DK can take advantage of that if you're hitting on shield, because we saw him side B into the shield of DK a few too many times. That is not a recipe for success. And Noku was going to take care of that stock off of ledge at 146%, still on their first stock. So impressive stuff from Noku. Yeah, and it's not like Gatsby's playing bad, you know, when they're able to take advantage of particular situations, but you just got to clean up that Pikachu stock immediately. And maybe not commit all the way on DK.
Yeah, this is extremely tough. Instead of just going for the up air, trying to stay as non-committal as possible, the up tilt will finally close out on the Ivysaur. And switching to the Squirtle, not trying to mess with Charizard at this point in time, as the Pikachu does fall with DK being on their last stock. I mean, this is a really solid gameplay, and really on the back of Noku, because while Gatsby is playing that glass cannon game to a strong amount of effectiveness, you're playing with fire if you don't have Noku backing you up here, and Noku's been doing a great job, still on 2 stocks, barely under 50%, and Pikachu gone right like that. JoePwn dropping the stock, which means you're only left with a DK that can move, but a DK nonetheless.
With rage.
Oh.
DK with rage. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Face your fears.
Yeah, heaven or hell.
Okay, back throw. You got to confirm advantage, though. Maybe going off for the dare is the play. Gatsby kind of teasing it with that Blood Falcon. You can tell wants a little bit of blood. You have no choice. You got to do this on your own. But DanThaMan.
Oh, we get a Falcon kick again.
Covers so much space with the Falcon kick. Going just above ledge. That was the time for the down tilt, but Gatsby being taken away from ledge just a little bit.
This is so tense as he neutral get ups into it yet again. Looking for back air at 175 max rage DK. Wait a minute!
Wow! The up B saving the hide, and Gatsby gonna, you have some things to say about that, I am sure.
How did, you know, up B out of shield is amazing as Falcon. And DK just so big. Look at this man reach.
I'm
Come here.
Get over here.
There's more. I thought Mortal Kombat was on the other side of the venue. Wait a minute, what are we looking at here? I mean, Out for Blood is right. That Blood Falcon licked for a mean grip, and Gatsby was able to clutch it out despite an awkward moment to take the stock. And some rough history just in this set alone. Gatsby clutched it out.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not like, you know, the Falcon DK is super unwinnable. Falcon Pikachu, borderline.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Like that is as close to like an 80-20 matchup as there is in this game, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, I think you would be hard pressed to find another one, and if there is another one, it's Pikachu and someone.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's a Pikachu and honestly, Game & Watch counters Pikachu pretty well. Just you know that ESAM just hates fighting Meister, but
you know, Game & Watch does really well at anti-airs, and Pikachu likes to land on you with stuff or poke at you with stuff, and yeah, it's tough.
Exactly, but no, nevertheless, it's Noku and Gatsby who drew it up at 1 apiece, and we saw Gatsby can handle DanThaMan one-on-one. Never mind the advantage that was already had in terms of damage. It's at some point Gatsby has to face him down, and maybe respecting DanThaMan. As the thing is, in that instance, DanThaMan has absolutely earned your respect. Maybe you don't go for the kill all the way at ledge, but you just chip him down. At that point, all you need are 2 or 3 swings. Maybe the down tilt at the ledge catches him, because you saw the head poke up just a few times. Or you can just rely, take it by faith. You're going to get a situation where you're going to get the up B out of shield, right? Like, odds are it's going to happen. It's a big body, and if you keep him close enough at ledge, you're going to get it. So Howl Bastion is going to be the destination for game number 3. And no kills 5 seconds in. We'll just have to
Great
see how
start.
crazy. Already an improvement. So, but you know, who's to say that it can't go off the rails just a little later on, right?
Yes. Hollow Bastion's a really interesting layout because while it's not it's a similar layout to Smashville, a little bit wider, and that center platform is very, very handy overall. As Noku's the first one to drop the stock.
Slightly smaller though, isn't it?
The platform's a little smaller, but the blast zones are FD blast zones, so they're a lot bigger. So it has that little bit of change-up that's going to make excellent use for Donkey Kong's survivability, but not really sacrifice his kill power, as we saw the back air already take a stock on Noku just slightly earlier, with Falcon just so edge guardable from either side. It's finding the forward smash off of that early grab and choosing just to go deep that time, and he's not able to make it back.
So that's going to be the first stock, second stock seeded by Noku and Gatsby. This decisive game 3, eventually DanThaMan going to take a fall as well, doing a better job of getting to the DK. And even though the DK is as threatening as ever, we saw it in game number 2, just dropping stocks a little too frequently for DanThaMan and JoePwn's liking.
Yeah, if you play that like one character sets up for the other kind of playstyle, separation is really tough to deal with. DanThaMan's movement has made things less so, but they really shine when JoePwn is able to shut down one of them and let Dan be as effective as he is. As an amazing mash out. Oh my god, that's a huge turnaround for Red Team, with Gatsby able to mash out in time, but then they get the turnaround not into a tech situation, as that was a great cleanup from Yellow Team in order to keep this game even. But what was starting to turn into a runaway has suddenly become a very, very even game, and a winnable one.
Yeah.
Gets that up air out of hit stun, clean stuff up air, has a little bit of invulnerability on the side of DK. So fast air, DI and fastball down, get that up air out early.
If you're not able to confirm, that's what you get.
It's true.
Like you got to be super sure, especially as Falcon, who can be, again, like such an absolute cannon who can move and do pretty much anything that he wants. But, man, you got to be sure that it's safe.
Yeah, if you're not exposing DK, then things can get hairy really quick. As gets the Thunder, and Noku's gone again. I like that.
Okay.
All right, this is, I mean, we're in a 2v1, but it feels like a winnable one if he's able to get to stage and find something like a quick knee or setup or down air into the knee. There it is.
There we go. But now you got to solo the Pikachu. Yeah. This is tough.
Very, very different 1v1. Yeah, you get the awkward Thunder on.
Yeah. I mean, just because, yeah, your confirms aren't going to be as sure, certainly at lower percentages. Hitting that knee is going to be so. I mean, it's got to be like grabbing a bar of soap in the bath, right? Like, it's a ridiculous endeavor that you're going for. And Pikachu is able to poke away at you. You're already at 130. If you fastball into up smash, you're just dead and it's GG's. If you got to chip away, you have no choice.
Uh-oh.
But gets the knee!
Last off, you get all 3.
On 11, not yet. 9 super five.
Reversals out of shield, but most of those reversals were down air, and they weren't able to properly connect. Like, there's a difference, right? As we get to immediately look at it, and it's amazing pivot jump. I think that would be a flick shot then coming, or maybe a hold shot coming out from Gatsby to get the reverse knee on after recognizing the DI. But you see the difference between like when JoePwn would get a dare out of shield, it's set up for a platform tech chase, and he missed it 3 times. Dare from Falcon, death at 50. Like it can sometimes be the Pikachu matchup in a hole. You get the damage, you hold that neutral. It's amazing. But then you get hit and you die, and that dichotomy can be really rough to play with if you're not playing on point.
And that's the thing. Gatsby was not playing poorly necessarily. Took him a while to really get his head in the set, but also just a little bit of space, just a little bit of time to back off and maybe reassess the situation. And then having the wherewithal, having the ability to pull out the tech when needed to make that Pikachu match winnable. That's I mean, I almost wrote him off. Like you heard me. But
yeah, I mean, it's quite honestly true that Pikachu is one of Falcon's harder matchups. Maybe after the Falcon, one of the more recent Falcon buffs, it's not -3, it's -2, or maybe like even -1, but it's still